Well, it appears for the last couple of weeks, a lot of individuals have been coming to on MLK, southeast area. Most of them are just gathering, to just have a good time, and that's fine with us, okay? But when certain elements in the crowd get to getting stupid out here, okay, and trying to take over intersections, spinning tires and all that, and let me say this, most of them are doing good. All right, and we understand in this nation and in our city, there's a lot of problems with police relations with our community, especially with our communities of color. And at the Houston Police Department, I want to make sure that our officers are being respectful and patient with people, but we're not going to stop policing in Houston. We're not going to let people take over the intersections and take over the streets, because you know what? I know thousands of good people that live in this area, and they are respectable, good people. So I ask these young kids when they come out, young men and young women, because when we start asking most of them to leave, most of them complied. And that's the spirit of Houston. And I commended them tonight, but for those troublemakers, when they come out here, we're not going to stand for it. You know, if you want to come out and have a good time, but when the crowd starts getting crazy, some elements of it, we're going to shut it down, and that's what we did today. So a message to everybody for next week or whatnot, we're going to be out here. We're going to be out here in force. And again, just be respectful. Just listen to what we have to say, and we're going to listen to you guys. We're going to do it Houston strong, okay? We're going to respect I want the officers respecting the citizens, but I want them respecting the officers, and we can get through this tough time.
Chief, any damages to police cars, anything?
We had, and I'll let Commander Borza speak to it in detail, but we had a few arrests we had to make. I know it was an evading in a vehicle. 2 police cars during that vehicle pursuit were damaged, and that's all I have right now, but I'm going to let the commander speak. Good, Commander.
Commander Ron Borza, Southeast Patrol. At approximately 5:30 this evening, we had some of the cars doing donuts in the intersections, shutting down the intersections. Large crowd of people. It's not safe to have that going on when you got people everywhere. If the cars lose control, we can have some people injured. My officers showed up. There was a chase did ensue. During the chase, 2 HPD vehicles collided with each other. The suspect in the car that ran from us, he made it to his house. His family members did come outside the house. We had a small confrontation with the family. We spoke to them, they spoke to us. Everything worked out really well. We did make several arrests there. Evading arrest, resisting arrest, and a terroristic threat. One of the household members threatened to kill several of Southeast Patrol officers, and that's just not acceptable. We can't have that. And he went to jail for that. And like Chief Fenner reiterated, that most of the people that come out here just come out here to have a good time. But when we start having this, you can see the street here covered in tire marks. It's just not safe. We can't do it. We've got kids out here. We had people out here on horses, and we have to do some enforcement, and we have to do this in a calm way. And next week, as the chief said, we'll be out here in force. We don't mind them coming out, but we got to keep it under control, and it's got to be done respectfully.
Commander, your message, or Chief, your message to the people coming out next week that caused the chaos today?
Anybody that's coming out here to cause problems, we're not going to stand for it, and that's what happens. And let me say this, and this is what happens to our communities of color. Thousands of them are good, law-abiding. A few knuckleheads that come out here. Look, so if you're going to come out, just have a good time. We're going to be out here, and you know what? We'll let it, everybody have a good time, but when it's time to leave, it's time to leave. And just, we ask you to do something, just comply with us, and we'll do it in a respectful way. And if it's not, I expect some calls up to my office.